My name is Chris Niederman. I'm the General Manager for the Global Systems Integrator business worldwide. I've been with AWS for 8 years. I ask everybody when they join, what was different than when you thought it would be than before you joined? And usually it's people go, wow, the leadership principles and the culture, you guys weren't kidding about that. And that was probably the biggest epiphany I had when I joined was the leadership principles. They really, you run into them every single day. And so the culture is what makes this a lot of fun. When I travel around the world, what I love is that everybody thinks about the leadership principles. So my first question isn't, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a job here? It's, tell me about your favorite leadership principle and why. One of the things I've discovered is something that I found is my favorite leadership principle has changed over time. So I could tell you with certainty in my first 90 days, and it's generally with most people, earn trust. We're not given trust, you actually have to earn it, get to meet people and trust each other in order to really get the buy-in you need, help them, and they'll help you. Customer obsession is absolutely the number one leadership principle. It always has been. If you're not customer obsessed, maybe it's not the right place for you. But take customer obsession away, and there's earned trust. Over time, frugality, it was drilled into my head what frugality meant in my third year here, where I'd gotten a lot of investments to build my team. And my manager said, hey, we're not going to give you the investments you think you need this year. Go figure out how to do it with what we've given you. I'm like, oh man. And what I found was it forced me to think about how to invent and simplify and think differently, because doing more with less is the concept of frugality. And had he not forced me to think critically about how to do things differently, we would not have optimized our team and we would not have had the success we did. At this moment in time, when we're kicking off the year, we're diving super deep into our 2022 plans, our 3-year vision, and so forth, and we're doing performance reviews. Insist on highest standards is top of mind for me right now. That's my favorite leadership principle. I read a ton of docs every day. We're not just writing a doc and trying to do a decision or make a decision that hasn't been well thought out. We all need to really think through these. So insisting on high standards that leads us to be right a lot while inventing and simplifying. So it's hard to answer the question, what's my favorite? Because they all interweave and tie so well together, but they also conflict. Like, move fast, bias fraction, but take the time to dive deep. Well, okay, which one is it? It's both. So there's 2 new leadership principles which I am starting to think more critically about. You look at scale and success brings broad responsibility, and there's this really important one, and I love that one. And then you think about the other one, which is striving to be Earth's best employer. Striving to be Earth's best employer, that's not just making life better for us here, that's hire and develop the best, but it's also making sure that people want to come here. We want to be a place that people come and seek out and can have fun, a place that they can build, make an impact, and have fun. I feel obligated that we can do something far more than we have. And somebody once said to me, Chris, think about technology. When we were selling mainframes back 20, 30 years ago, which is one of my earlier jobs at IBM, it was like, hey, come on, take off work. Let's go get a beer. It's not like we're curing cancer. Somebody said to me when I first joined here, they said, you remember those days? Yeah, I remember those days. Think about this. We actually could cure cancer. Well, I said, how do you mean? I said, we believe that a doctor may not be the one to cure cancer. It could be a data scientist using AWS technology to get more capacity as needed to do analytics and insights and maybe gene sequencing to develop new drugs that they couldn't do before because they didn't have access to the right technology or capacity. We can provide that. And so think about that. If we give the right technology to the right people, the right data scientists, we could cure cancer or Parkinson's or come up with new drugs. The game has changed. And given who we are and what we have access to, we have a broader responsibility to the world to help in a manner that actually changes lives, whether that's curing a disease or developing new drugs or feeding the world with new analytics and how we do farming and maybe automating that for more improved crop productions to double food production with less resources by 2050. All of these things are super. So this is where I begin thinking a bit more about that one about broader responsibility, success and scale. So that, at this moment, is probably one of my favorites that I'm giving a lot of thought to and challenging my team to as well.